Well, it is so good to be back. Movie Show Plus. I am Tom Santilli, film critic. I am here with Mr. Greg Russell himself. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Tom, it is good to be here, and it is good to see you, my friend.
Thank you so much. Yes, to start off the show, just thank you to everybody out there for all of your positive vibes and support and all the well wishes, prayers, everybody that has sent me. I am recovered from COVID. I'm fully recovered. I'm doing well. My family's doing well. Yeah, thank you. So, and it just feels good to be back and talking about movies. So I'm doing good. This show, we have tons of content,
Oh,
Greg.
yeah. Absolutely.
You talked with an icon, Lawrence Fishburne, this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have an interview with David Arquette coming up. I'm also going to be giving you my review later in the show of Mulan, which is new on Disney Plus this week. So all kinds of stuff coming up. But I thought we would start the show, Greg, with, really the big news this past week, which was the unbelievable, just irreplaceable, shocking news that Chadwick Boseman died at age 43, colon cancer.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He had kept it secret, so that kind of added to the shock of it all.
Right.
I just thought we'd start off, maybe, Greg. You've talked to him several times over the years. Tell us about Chadwick Boseman, what he means.
I think the very first time I ever talked to him was for the movie The Express. The first big one of his was 42, where he played Jackie Robinson. And, then throughout the years, Black Panther, Get On Up, the James Brown movie, Thurgood, just so many. And, he was this very elegant, guy. I mean, that's only funny. It was like going into the room of royalty, just with the way he carried himself. And I remember us talking at one point, I think it might have been during the Thurgood interview, is how he's playing all these iconic people in history. And, it's like, wow, they keep getting you for this. He says, in typical way, I don't know why, but I love it. I love to, be playing someone who actually, was around and did do something. But yeah, again, like you said, it's just so tragic because also you think about it, even here in the Detroit area, Jamie Samuelson, sportscaster on 97.1, and also did TV reporting. I knew him when he first came to town as a kid. He passed away 3 weeks ago from the same thing. And Jamie, his birthday was this past week, and he would have just turned 49. So I'm with you, Tom. I mean, the best advice to all men out there, get a check.
Yeah, if there's anything at all to take away from that. And then, Chadwick Boseman, too, is just a hero. Other than his acting career alone, I don't know why I was reminded in some ways of John Cazale. I don't know. Everybody knows him. He's the actor who played Fredo. He died early of lung cancer, and he only had 5 films, and his 5 films were like Godfather, Godfather 2, Dog Day Afternoon, The Conversation, The Deer Hunter. That was his whole filmography, is like the 5 of the greatest movies ever. If you think of just what Chadwick Boseman gave us, Jackie Robinson, like you said, Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, Black Panther. I mean, this guy was a hero off camera, on camera. Just an absolute tragic loss, and he will be definitely missed.
A whole lot of action. I was going to say, I know that both of you have been in movies before where you're running and different things like that. This one, you were like running all over the city.
Yeah, it was a different type of action for me than I've previously done. And, it's to me, it's easier in some ways, and in other ways, it's like, I think the hardest part of the action was the sleep factor, is the fact that, we were up at hours when I would normally be asleep, so I had to keep myself engaged in a way where I was ready to do that action at that time of night.
Right. Because the whole thing is where the 21 Bridge is just the ways to get off the island, and the mayor shuts it down, and it's like you guys only had like 4.5, 5 hours to clear everything up.
Yeah, but then in movie time, that's it's a month and a half.
Right.
was Chadwick Boseman's performance in 42 that really made us take a second look. There is such an honor and dignity to the way that he played Jackie Robinson that we knew we needed for the character of T'Challa, the Prince of Wakanda.
Chadwick is an amazing actor and we thought would fit perfectly with the MCU.
Black Panther himself, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick, you know, he has a lot of depth. It was amazing as an audience member to look into his eyes and see what's going on.
We must find a way to look after one another as if we were one single tribe.
A lot of the things about the character are also true about Chad. He's very knowledgeable. He's an athlete, you know, martial artist. He's had a lot of experience playing roles that come with a lot of weight, you know. So I think he has a person, he has a guy, has a lot of weight to him. I think he brings all of that stuff to the role, but not to mention that he's incredibly gifted as an actor and as a performer, and also as a storyteller in his own right.
I am not king of all people. I am king of Wakanda. And it is my responsibility to make sure our people are safe.
Because he is so prepared as an actor, and because his character is sort of flawless on set, it forced the other actors who had scenes with him to kind of raise their game and go, okay, this guy is not taking anything for granted. He's really leaving it all out there. So we have to keep up with him.
What doesn't Chadwick bring to the character? I mean, he's regal and grounded, and he brings a gravitas to it. So all of this feeds his T'Challa, and I think he wore the crown with dignity.
Ibombe! 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 Ibombe!
I've known him since I was about like 17, so I've known him for a really long time. Back in New York, he did the work, obviously. You know, I just think he did an incredible job being true to the character.
Wakanda forever!
I had a great time with Chadwick. Just warmth and camaraderie came into it, of course, with a great deal of respect for his previous work. So when I looked at him with proud eyes, you know, they were as mother and also as comrade and colleague and Angela. It is your time to be king.
I mean, Chadwick is just a powerhouse. He's so talented. Every single movie he's made, there's kind of this internal, almost nobility.
The Black Panther has been the protector of Wakanda for generations.
He's such a soulful actor and so professional, so present. He really gives so much to the other person, and he's awesome. And his presence on set, I think, raises the stakes a little bit for everybody.
Chadwick he's a really smart, interesting, dynamic guy, and I think he was not overwhelmed, but very surprised and somewhat taken aback by the amount of love. It ceased to become just about how well he inhabited the role and all that stuff. It's become part of our culture just as a symbol.
This welcome is one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced.
It's fun to watch just what it means to people. At times, in my head, I'll be like, well, what does this do for the world? Like, actually, what is it? You know, is it actually valuable in this climate? And I have to say, yes, it actually is. Not because it makes people escape. I think when done right, it gives people hope. I found that it means a lot.